The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody. Their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. On first down, here comes this offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On second down, they'll take to the air. Got his man quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. They'll go to the air on third and short. Caught near the sticks, it's Robinson. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
On second down, wants to throw. Grab near the marker, it's Robinson. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. He's going to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Got room at the 35. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Trojans will snap it on first and 10. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Now on second down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And into the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, USC!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. The snap sets up the throw. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. First down here for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame, have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on it and do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Branch. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one.
And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Got it in the middle. It's Collins. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
He's looking for a man on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Collins. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They want to just keep throwing it. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw an interception.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Quickly complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Trying to find his man on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Complete to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He wants to throw. Coming after it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It is good. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newton Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to pass. It's Leonard. Extending the play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Got his man down the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal coming up. Direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Steps away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to scramble. Makes the grab. It's Robinson.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man and they convert. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to go up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans! And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. They want to throw it. They get it in for the two-point conversion, and we have a 4-point game. They still need a touchdown to take the lead here in the 4th, and they'll try to get the ball back with the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here come the Irish back on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give as they work on that clock. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're going to ride this running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. I mean, that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays. It can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the touchdown Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose in third.
Good game, bro. Good game.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
I'm not positive.
All that shit you was talking.
Might be in the next county. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Fires it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marks. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. They'll throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Marks. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Lane. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. They'll go to the air. What a snag by the defense.
I like the try going for 2 there because you're trying to get your opponent to at least have to score a touchdown to win this one. But honestly, guys, with just a couple seconds left on the clock, you're walking out of here with a W.
They'll line up for the onside kick, just 1 second to play, and really their only hope is some type of penalty for an untimed down. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.